Hello everyone, and welcome back to my collection, my orchid collection. Welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of an Orchid A Day. And things are pretty wet back here. We had rains overnight, but they're looking nice, really nice. Got some stuff soaking over there. Still lots of flowers coming on this plant. My duckrilla. But the plant of the day isn't this one. I'll have to feature this one another time. But this is my orchid of the day, and this is a surprise. It was a surprise all the way around, in fact. As you can see, this is tagged as Bulbophyllum cornutum. Actually, there's two tags on it. This was the tag that I was focusing on when I received the plant. This was a plant that I received a year ago, almost to the day, from Andy's Orchids. I had took a trip out there and went and visited their greenhouses and picked out my plants, and then they had shipped my plants back, and I had picked out a Bulbophyllum cornutum, which this is not cornutum, but this is the one that I got. And when I received it, I called them and said, I don't think I have the right plant. This does not look like a Bulbophyllum. And we had to go through the process of sending the tags, and finally I noticed this tag as I was trying to identify what I actually had in the process of me sending my stuff to Andy so that he could see what it really was. So this is what the plant ended up being identified as, Boniera corrugata, which to my surprise is not a Bulbophyllum. It's not even related to a Bulbophyllum. It's actually an Angraecum. It's an Angricoid. It was actually formerly classed as an Angricoid, and these plants are found in Reunion Island. So they are definitely related to Angriecums, or just Angricoids in general. And this plant, as I said, I received it as an error. And then when I did my research after I found the other tag on it, I realized that it was kind of a cooler growing, more finicky, not finicky, but just a cooler and a more intermediate growing plant from higher elevations actually. And as much as I was tempted to just send the plant back because that was an option, and then they would send me another cornutum with my next order or whatever, I decided to just go ahead and keep the plant because I love Angricoids, all Angricoids, and I was like, well, since I have my hand on this one, I'm not going to send it back. I'm going to try and grow it and just take my chance. And I did, and it ended up blooming for me. But I really attributed those blooms to Andy. I got those blooms came in the fall, and they lasted a long time past Christmas. I'll put a picture up. They're very nice blooms. Can't remember if they were fragrant or not, but they were really nice, very spidery-like, almost twisted, but very, very nice. So I was able to maintain this over the winter, obviously, because of the cooler temperatures. And so as I'm sitting today pondering how I'm going to handle this plant if it becomes hot, because it has been a relatively cool spring. Well, it's now summer, but it's been relatively mild. We've gotten a lot of rain. We haven't had any 90-degree days yet, but it's been relatively mild, and biggest thing is we've experienced big temperature drops between daytime highs and night times. It's really cooling down at night, which is really, really, my plants are really, really enjoying that, as I can see. And so as I was looking at this plant, as I looked closer, I saw these little nubbins, and from knowing this plant having it for a year, I know that the spikes come from, those are where the spikes come from, because there's last year's spent spikes right there. So I am inclined to believe that those nubbins will become spikes, and it will probably take until fall, October, November, for those spikes to develop into blooming in the wintertime. So that is the plant. It is grown mounted. I mist it every day. I water it. I dunk it. I fertilize it once a week. Not in the wintertime. I didn't fertilize it at all. It did get misted every day. And it stayed in this position, getting filtered sun in the morning, full-on sun in the evening. This is facing the east, so this is where the no, this is the west, sorry. So this is where the sun sets. And as I looked through my books on this genus, which is right here, Laniera corrugata. Speaking of these books, I found information on this plant. Well, let me first say that if anyone is interested in angricoids and bracums, I would say these are the two books you need to get. I would say this one by Fred Hillerman, who is the king of, he was the very first one who paid attention and collected them and resided in Madagascar amongst the orchids, so he saw how they grew in their native environment and took notes and took cuttings and brought them back to the States, and that is, we really owe Fred Hillerman to all of the angricoids that are available now. So his book is very good because it does contain his notes, but as it is an old book, and there have been many new species and things have changed and plants have been moved from genus to whatever, this book is more updated. And so I would just encourage anyone who is interested in angricoids and bracums, these are the two books to look for. This one just gives more general information, doesn't really give much as far as cultural, but it does tell the environment and the elevation, and you know, does have nice pictures. But this is Laniera corrugata. It is an angricoid, and as I said, it's cooler growing, and I do specifically give this rainwater, although, you know, in summertime and specifically in the wintertime when my plants are all in here, they are misted with just regular tap water. But I do try to give this one as much rainwater as I can throughout the year, just because I just think it is more susceptible. Most plants from higher elevations get pure water just in general. So, but I hope everybody is having a good day and a good weekend. And once again, thanks for watching my video. And stay tuned for more. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.